You're listening to Woosox Insider, presented by your Worcester Red Sox.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Woosox Insider podcast. As always, I'm TQ with Chris Bergstrom and Dylan McCaffrey, our producer David Leonardi behind the scenes. And fellas, we're getting awfully close to opening day, which is why, listeners, we don't have a guest today. We're just going to talk about what the roster is shaping up to be. There's a new video board on the Worcester wall that just got unveiled that you might have read articles about or seen on social media. And all of the gears are turning towards opening day, which is another reason why it's just us. It's going to be a quick one because we got so much else to do right now. But fellas, how are we doing?
Speaking for myself, I've had a pretty good week. Spent another 60 hours-ish in the fort down in Fort Myers, soaking up
Vacation.
some sun. You know what, Chris? I took your advice on my second trip down there. I did finally find my way to the beach, and what a beach it was. Had a good time down there with Steve Peralt, actually, former host of the Section 10 podcast, one of my podcast Red Sox idols. I got to meet. It's I feel like the AAA version of him right now in my career. And then I came back, and on Monday I won an intramural basketball championship. Had a game winner. No big deal. Thank you very much. So I'm on top of the world personally. How are you guys
look
doing?
sleepy.
Oh, I'm very sleepy, but I got a coffee right here. We're grinding. We got 19 days till this park is full of people.
It wasn't much of a game winner, though. It was a free throw, right?
It was a free throw.
Can I give a shout out?
What was it better than your game winner in the championship this weekend?
You're right. I didn't have one.
Yeah. Can I give a shout out to one of our loyal listeners?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So it just happens to work in our finance department. I want to shout out Dan Fontaine, who has not returned my email that I sent him last week. So Dan, when you're listening to this, I would appreciate an email back. There's my shout out for this week.
We can do one more a shout out to your boy Lenny. Vinny, sorry.
Rough, brutal.
I it's on the tip of my tongue. Vinny.
Good thing he doesn't listen to podcasts, especially this podcast.
I ran into Wally down at the fort, and I got to meet Vinny, who Chris has said do the most wonderful things about.
I love Vinny.
Yeah, being down there for a game was very different from being down there for practice.
Yeah, and there's no way Vinny's listening to this because he's probably on the beach somewhere right now, but in Fort Myers. So, but Vinny Casale, yeah, he's a stand-up guy. I love Vinny. If you're ever down there,
you didn't remember his name.
Yeah, good job.
He is one of the only employees at JetBlue Park who did not make fun of me. They were biting at the chomp, seeing me walking back up to the park, like, yeah, you bring sunscreen this trip. Oh my gosh, they all remembered me.
I'm sorry. You can put him in the bucket. You should see the text message he sent me after he met you.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
He said, "What does it say? This kid walks around with the biggest smile on his face. Something is wrong with him." That's from Big Ben down at Fort Myers.
That is the consensus. That's my scouting report. Oh my gosh. I gotta chill. Stop giving me coffee. I gotta be more true to being decaf. So what were you guys up to while I was watching us win games at Fort Myers?
So, yeah, I was busy at Polar Park working with our good friends at ANC. Here's my shout out. Neil Freeman was working around the clock, him and his team, to get that Worcester Wall video board up and running. And let me tell you, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. All of the seats on the third baseline in sections 1 through 8 that might have had a limited view of the main video board in left field because of the Hanover deck. Those seats are spectacular now. You can see everything. You can see all the stats you want to see. You can get some player notes. And it's just a gorgeous place to take in a ball game.
I'm looking at it right now, and it looks fake. It looks like there's a TV screen on the side of a giant wall, which it is. I'm excited to see how it handles balls being batted off of it, because, I mean, imagine a video board on the Green Monster. That's like what I'm essentially looking at in Worcester right now.
So
I
we've
think it
yet.
feels. How does it feel to run into that thing? Have we tried that out yet?
That's the thing.
So-
the bottom of the wall used to be padding. I don't know what's going to be now.
The fence is not installed yet. There's going to be a super
Okay.
thin chain link fence that protects the video board and players. Most importantly, protects the players. Think of outfield walls in Toronto at the Rogers Center or at PNC Park on the right field wall. They have a video board there. Same exact kind of setup as those big league ballparks. I think in San Diego at Petco, they have video board on their right field wall as well. So it'll be really thin chain link. You can see through it totally fine. You don't even notice it's there as a fan, but it'll be there to protect the players. That'll be installed shortly.
I'm excited to see it. I mean, if you go back to last year, like talking to Dr. Charles, the discussion was that we knew there was an issue that you sat in certain sections of the ballpark on the third base side that you couldn't see the video board, which I went and sat there once and I was like, oh my gosh, I know, Jaron Duran's up here to bat. Catch it. I said his name again.
Yeah.
Love it. But I can't see his stats. So I knew it was a problem. Everybody knew it was a problem.
Same if you're on the berm.
Yeah.
Even.
And we had just talked about putting up, remember when we talked about just putting up like television screens on the third base side? So if you turn around, you could see it. And then Larry's like, Larry Lucchino's like, why would we put up television screens? Just put up a video board. And I'm like, oh, it's not too many teams around, especially a minor league team that would just be like, hey guys, it's year 2. Let's add a whole nother video board to the ballpark.
Yeah. Always something cool and new, Chris. You know that. It's Woosox 22,
right.
baby.
Yeah. You need to get a haircut. That would be something cool and new.
Never.
Yeah, I know. Let's keep it going for opening day.
Everyone loves my hair.
Look at
I know,
TQ's
it's
calendar and let him know when he has time for a haircut.
Oh,
If someone can do that, if someone provides haircutting services while we're sleeping, let us know.
Hey, we can hook you up. I mean, the players get their haircut at the ballpark. We should get that for the front office.
Ooh, get us looking good.
How about that?
We should. Also, this is the
Absolutely.
first time I think the bathroom door in the visitors clubhouse is propped open because they did some cleaning. They're trying to let it air out. And there's a mirror just directly across from where I'm sitting right now. And Chris, I don't know what you're talking about. I look fantastic.
Looks good. You look good.
Thank you.
There were some, people were assigned to Worcester this week too.
Yeah, we have some.
I saw
some
the Red
breaking
Sox
news
did
as
some
of this
assignments.
morning.
Yeah.
I can read that off. So we will be blessed in minor league baseball this season in the Red Sox organization with seeing Tristan Costas. That's made official today. He's been signed to minor league camp, same as Christian Koss, who had the walk-off the other day. Durbin Feltman is coming back. Jeter Downs, Brian Mata, Connor Siebold,
Yeah,
Josh
I want
Winkowski.
to talk about some of the pitchers that just got assigned to Worcester the other day from an official Red Sox press release. Brian Mata, who had Tommy John surgery. We haven't seen him in Worcester yet or at the AAA level yet, but he is a young kid that throws absolute gas. He was down at the alternate training site at McCoy Stadium in 2020, and he was just pumping cheddar. He's got electric stuff, right-handed pitcher. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Big personality on him, too. Jay Groom, first-round pick, left-hander. He spent a little bit
Did
of
he
time
have Tommy
in
John?
Portland. He also did, yeah. But last
Yeah.
year, he spent a little bit of time in Portland. 2-0 record, 2.3 ERA, a 1.02 WHIP in his 3 starts in Double-A, which was the first time he had seen Double-A Portland in his career. So really promising start to his Double-A, and then he gets assigned to Triple-A Worcester just now. So Jay Groom, another exciting prospect that you'll see with the Worcester Red Sox. Then Josh Winkowski, we saw towards the end of last year. I think he even had a little bit of a spell up in Boston, but he was 1-1 in Worcester with a 2.25 ERA and a 0.67 WHIP. Just electric stuff. And then Siebold, we know Connor Siebold. We remember Siebold from last year. It's the changeup. It's the lettuce. He's elite.
I was getting worried. No Espinal, no Gossett, but we got Kyle Hart coming back. We got these guys that we're going to be supported with. I think I think the lineup is going to take care of itself. Like our lineup, we have major leaguers in this lineup. There's no two ways about it. That's what Chaim Bloom has been providing us with since he came into this organization. The pitching, I was worried about just seeing like the pitchers that we saw go out the door this offseason. But the news today has me feeling good again. I mean, Connor Siebold, he played in the majors. He's pitched for the Red Sox, and he's pitching at Polar Park. We also got I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we unfortunately saw Chris Sale go down on the injured list this past week, and dare I say he might need to make a return to his homegrown Polar Park. The greatest pitcher in Woosox history might have to make a stop here on the way back up.
I have a good
Caleb
feeling about
Bort?
Yeah, Caleb Bort maybe. Or
The
is he going to
greatest
be in
Woosox,
Boston?
the greatest pitcher in Woosox history. Oh,
Chris
you
Sale.
meant Chris Sale.
We
Oh,
saw
never
him come. He came in here as a young lad with a bright future, and he went out and he performed in the majors.
I mean, we should also talk about how we get excited that these guys are going to be here, but also that our number one priority, and obviously their number one priority, is to not be in Worcester, it's to be in Boston. So we have to support that too. That, we'll see these guys start here, but hopefully we'll get to see them on Nesson and with the Red Sox too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's always the goal, is we want to see them maybe for a little bit. The big league guys, we don't want to see them in Boston. We don't want them getting hurt. But when they do and come down here, it's great to see them get healthy, progress, pitch well, or play well. The younger guys, it's nice to get to know them in the community a little bit on their way up. But man, is it great to see them go.
I can't say enough about Christian Koss. After he hits the walk-off home run, he's one of the guys that just got assigned to minor league camp. After he hits the walk-off home run last Friday, he brings out a bag of balls from the dugout over to the tunnel and starts signing them for kids and like bringing balls out of his bag to throw to people that are waiting for him.
And were you
not a lot of guys
were you standing there with a smile on your face?
Of course, you can look on our social media. Our photographers are down there getting the shots, and I'm up on the prevailing.
I'll tell you what.
If my media pass didn't say no autographs, you have no idea.
As a spring training pro, that would be me. That is a very minor league move. Do you know why? Because the big leaguers go home in about the third inning.
Right.
We saw a lot of
the photos. I saw your photos.
Inning.
They were great. And just to say, like, to have guys like that in Worcester, that just goes to show connection to the community. We weren't able to like do autographs that much last year, our players, or with the fans and such, because of COVID. But I think that's going to change this year.
Yeah, I mean, we're on track for a full ballpark on opening day. No one got to experience that last year. We didn't have a full ballpark until you're looking up in June. We're gonna have a full ballpark for opening day this year. We're pulling out all of the stops again, hoping to have a bunch of Red Sox alum and legends be here like there were last year. We can't spoil any of the names yet, but we're working around the clock to make this a show again. It's gonna be great. We're 19 days away. Baseball, there was a lot of uncertainty about the major leagues, but like we're right on track. Baseball's back.
Tickets are still available, right? TQ?
Tickets are still available. That's right. Go to Woosox.com, visit the Polar Park ticket office, or call 508-500-8888. Now, we're getting players relatively soon up here. End of March, they're coming up, settling into their new apartments for the summer, which they're going to be living right around the ballpark. So, fans, if you're going to the Worcester public market, you might be seeing some Woosox ball players. Buy them a beer or something. Thank them for all their hard work, for the entertainment, for being great guys. But what I'm excited about, Decaf, is what we call media day, which it's not really a media day because we don't invite outside media, but it's when we get all of our players, coaches, and manager headshots. We get some green screen footage for some GIFs or our motion graphics that we have on display at the ballpark. And one thing that I want to do this year that we started with Tom Karen down at spring training is I want to ask him some fun quick hitter questions that we'll post on TikTok. So I wanted to ask you guys first. Chris, what's your guilty pleasure song?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, pretty good, right? And for you listeners, if you want to ask a question to a Woosox player, hit us up on social media. Maybe we'll make it part of Media Day.
Miley Cyrus
give us some
Party in the
ideas.
USA.
Miley Cyrus Party in the USA. That's a good one. I don't think there's anything to feel guilty about with that. That's an all-time banger.
Well, yeah, true. Okay. That's a good question.
We'll get back to you. Decaf, what's yours?
I mean, if you know me, you know it. It's my karaoke song. It's "Love Bug" by the Jonas Brothers. I don't feel guilty about that one either, but I know that is an answer that raises some eyebrows. But it's an all-time love song by the greatest band of our generation.
It's got it all. It really does.
I saw them play at Fenway Park. It was the crowning moment of my life. They played "Sweet Caroline." Get the Jonas Brothers to Polar Park this year.
I feel like I don't belong in this podcast.
Why is that? Because you're old?
Just call the Jonas Brothers an all-time band.
You just picked Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
I didn't say she was all-time.
Well, she is.
The Joe Bros are the songbirds of our generation, Chris.
Next
Oh my
question.
gosh. A little bit longer. Tears.
Next question, Chris.
Wait. What's yours, TQ?
Mine, Come Clean
or
by
we-
Hillary Duff. Come Clean by Hillary Duff. There's an all-time beat drop in it. It's incredible. I think I played it every single rain delay at Polar Park last year, or anytime there was a chance of precipitation. Anytime someone felt a raindrop.
You mean
maybe hit
every
him in the
day?
shoulder. It felt
Every
like
day.
it, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a song that windows up. I'm blasting. I'm singing along to it. I'm doing drum solos on the steering wheel. I'm going off to some Hillary Duff. Sue me.
Okay.
Next question.
Yeah, next question.
Who would play Chris Bergstrom? I'll go to you first. Who would play Chris Bergstrom in a Hollywood movie about the Worcester Red Sox?
Dwayne Rock Johnson.
Would he wear a hairpiece?
No, yeah. I didn't think that part out.
I say yes.
But at least the build is correct.
Right.
I mean, so yeah, that's my answer. That was pretty quick too. Well,
That was
Decaf,
very
you?
quick. Yeah, well, the resemblance is uncanny. There's
It is
obviously it was
absolutely.
quick. Yeah.
So is the bank
Absolutely.
account.
I'm gonna go with fat Chris Pratt. Not in shape Chris Pratt, but when he was a goofball on Parks and Rec, that's the Chris Pratt that I try
So,
to embody in the workplace.
You're not going Chris Pratt, you're going Andy Dwyer would play
Exactly.
Dylan McCaffrey.
I'm
Just
not
as clumsy.
Star-Lord, I'm Andy Dwyer. Yes.
Yeah. Just as clumsy for sure.
about
Mine,
you,
I get
CQ?
this all the time. Adam Scott, not the golfer.
Oh yeah.
Adam Scott again in Parks and Rec, but in
Yeah.
the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and Dave will add a photo of Adam Scott from this movie. He's bearded in The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, and back when I was bartending, I would get it once a day. Someone coming up to me saying, "You know who you look like?" And I would just cut him off. I'd be like, "Adam Scott." They would go, "Who's that?" And I'd go, "Who do I look like?" And they go, "The little brother in Step Brothers." I'm like, "Yeah, that's Adam Scott."
Literally, same thing happened to me all the time on the concourse. So like, do you
With
know
The
who you
Rock.
look like? And I'm like, The Rock. And they're like, oh my God, yes, you
Yeah.
do look like Dwayne Johnson. I'm like,
At
man,
least
what do
they
you
weren't like, "No, I don't know who The Rock is. I meant Dwayne Johnson."
like, do you know who you look like? Chris Farley. No, The Rock. Yeah. Oh yeah, The Rock.
Yeah, I see it now. Those are the two
I
main.
live in a caravan down by the park.
Those are the two main questions that I have, and we'll have some others in there, but I don't want any spoilers. But fans, again, if you have ideas of questions you want to see Woosox players throw out on social media, hit us up. Slide in our DMs. One, I know we need to ask Ryan Fitzgerald, who's smoking hot right now at spring training, just mashing the ball. I need to know the man's hair care routine,
Absolutely.
because that mullet
I go
is
with
glorious.
the spiffy pomade, but he's clearly doing something special.
I need it from start to finish. I need shampoo. I need conditioner. I need to know if he's putting dry product in there. I need to know if he's. I need to know it all. I need to know what's going on. I need to know how he's cleaning it after a day of hard work, diving around the infield, getting dirt in the roots. How are you getting that out? Chris, these are important aspects of being a professional baseball player. What's the flow
Literally
look
going
like?
off the rails.
All right, there's one more fun thing I want to do on this podcast before we wrap it up, and it's just because I'm excited about Trevor's story.
The first
that we
fun
just-
thing.
You haven't been having fun.
I
Look at that smile.
guys, I'm having a ball. I'm having a great time. I got a smile on my face. There's something wrong with me.
Okay, Decaf, tell us a story.
So this is story time. I want to talk about Trevor's story, and I want to ask you guys, what is the Red Sox batting order this year? Now that we've got Trevor's story, I think I put Kike leading off. Does anyone disagree?
I will. Yes, I disagree. I have Jackie Bradley Jr. leading off.
Oh,
I have Jackie Bradley as the double leadoff, but we can agree to disagree. I have him in the 9 hole, but I've got Kike batting first, and then do you go righty lefty? Or are you throwing Devers batting second?
I agree. Kike first.
I can't believe you're starting to ask these questions. I didn't even get time to prepare for this. I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
Here I
no,
go.
no time to prepare. Also,
On the
it's just
spot.
us. It's just some bozos working for the AAA affiliate playing GM or playing manager. So this is all
this
just
is-
speculation, but it's fun.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite thing going into the season. Is
I'm-
looking at
who's
what the lineups
Who's
going to be
hitting
like.
cleanup?
We'll
Yeah,
do the same
decaf.
thing with our lineup
Decaf.
when we know.
Do your 1 through 9, and then I
Okay.
think we just go 1 through 9 instead of trying to get a
Fair enough,
consensus
fair enough.
here because we never
Kike
agree on
Hernandez-
anything.
Kike Hernandez.
Yes.
Rafi-
Okay.
Wrong.
I agree.
No, I'm kidding.
Kike
Second.
Hernandez. Rafi Devers. Xander
Ah.
Bogaerts. JD Martinez. Trevor Story. Bobby Dahlbeck. Alex Verdugo. Christian Vasquez. Jackie Bradley Jr.
Verdugo's going to be higher. I would
Let's hear it, Chris.
I would do Dahlbach after Verdugo. I think I would just switch that.
That's all you would change. I know we're
Yes.
trying to just visualize a lineup card in our mind right now. None of us have anything written down.
No.
I'm
yeah,
going.
God, I didn't know you guys were going to have so much trouble with this. I've been thinking about this nonstop.
I'm going.
I thought you said you were busy working.
Yeah. I have Kike leading off. Then I think I'm going Story in the 2 hole.
Okay. I like that.
Then Devers, because if you have Devers behind Trevor Story, Trevor Story is going to get a lot of pitches to hit because I don't think since he's coming to the league, nobody wants a piece of Rafael Devers. Nobody at all. So you're going to have to try to attack Story, get him going early in the year, and he's going to be feeling good in Red Sox red. So I'm going Kike, Story, Rafi, Bogarts, JD, Verdugo, Dahlbeck, Vasquez, Jackie Bradley Jr.
I like that better, actually.
I agree with that. I have one change.
Yeah.
Jackie Bradley is not in the 9 slot.
You have
Jarren
him 8.
Duran.
Ooh.
Darren Duran. That would be
Yeah.
that'd be a deadly lineup.
I have Jackie.
That's-
I have Jackie on the bench.
Interesting.
That's 20 home runs for every batter in the lineup. If that's Duran in there, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, we'll have to see, but I mean, the outfield's crowded.
Yeah.
It's a talented outfield.
I mean, there's an arms race going on in the AL East with the Blue Jays signing Matt Chapman or trading for Matt Chapman. It's going to be a lot of fun watching AL East baseball, especially after the All-Star break when things really start moving. We'll see what everyone does at the trade deadline, where everyone stands. It's a very, very exciting time in baseball up in the Northeast.
And the International League is officially back. We're coming for a pennant here in Worcester. It's a baseball season. It's right here. We're going into it. That's all I got for this one. Unless I can ask another question that'll take you guys off your feet.
I think
savor
next week. I think next week we got to do some predictions on the standings. Like, what's our win-loss total? So think about that for next week. Okay.
We'll lock it in. We'll keep track of it each month. We'll see who's closest. I love it. All right, guys. Buy your tickets. Opening day is almost here.
Yeah.
TQ, you want to do the read?
There are plenty of tickets available on that third baseline. Sections 1 through 8. Buy your tickets. You're going to have the best view of the brand spanking new Worcester Wall video board. Because it's Woosox 22. Always something cool and new. We'll see you next time.
Now batting for Worcester, number 2, Jeter Downs. Number 2.